Hey everybody, this is Wes Jankowski and welcome to CEO Dentist. Today we're up here at the beautiful Westin Riverfront Resort and Spa in Beaver Creek, Colorado. As you can tell, it's snowing, winter is here, and they're getting ready for ski season. Starts in just a few days. You know, Beth and I, we come up to a place like this several times a year. We'll come up for a little relaxation. This time of year we actually come up also to start doing our annual planning. Checked the calendar this morning, there's only 36 days left in the year, and I thought, my gosh, how fast time has gone. But you know, this morning, it was something added that came up. You know, we've been working on these blog posts regarding customer service and how do we make an experience for our patients in our practice. And I thought to myself, you know, every time we come up here, we end up here at the Westin. Now, I've lived in Colorado now since '83, so we've been coming up here for years. We've tried just about every hotel up here, but we keep coming back here. And I asked Beth, I said, why do we do that? And we realized it's because they created an environment for us that makes us want to come back. You know, we showed up here the other night, and the first thing is, it's always the same. We pull up into the little area where the vestibule where the cars are, and immediately some young guy runs over, sees my wife sitting in the seat, pulls the door open, and helps her out of the car. Treats her very, very nicely. Another gentleman runs around my side, and he starts talking to me right away. He says, welcome to the Westin. And he said, are you staying with us tonight? I said, yeah, we're going to stay for the weekend. He says, fantastic. He gets my last name. He says, we'll put your car in valet for you. Takes my last name. He says, when you call down, just tell him your name and your room number. We'll get the room number for the front desk, and we'll take care of your car for you all weekend. Just awesome. We go into the hotel, end up at the front desk, and there's a young gal there. I think her name was Cindy. And Cindy says to us, welcome to the Westin. She says, can I help you? I said, yeah, I have a reservation tonight for Jankowski. She looks me up, and she says, oh, Mr. Jankowski, welcome back. It's great to have you here. She says, we noticed that you stayed with us quite a bit. I said, yeah, we love this place. She says, well, we love having you back. Everything was so pleasant. And she looks up on the list there, and she knew what kind of hotel room we stayed in the last time through. She says, that room is available if you'd like it again. It was just like everything was all about us. And then she asked us, she says, what do you plan on doing this weekend? I said, well, we're going to go into Vail tonight. I said, but I don't know with the snow and everything else. It's been snowing here for the last several days. And she says, well, you know, there's public transportation. You could leave the driving to them. I said, well, that sounds interesting. She says, let me look it up. And immediately went for the keyboard and started looking up information about the bus system around here. Take us into Vail. It's only about 12 minutes away. She says, they'll take you right to the front door where you want to go. Everything was all about creating an environment for us from a customer service standpoint that was going to make it great for us. You know, one other sidelight. I walk around the facility here, and you know what? This facility is always impeccable. There's people here during the day. We come here quite a bit. There's people here during the day walk around, and they're fixing chips and things on the wall. There's some guy always cleaning and polishing the woodwork around here. And I thought to myself, what are they really doing here, honestly, that every hotel in the valley here couldn't do? Or every practice that we work together with? Why not your practice? What would it take for someone to create that level of experience in your practice? For instance, in your morning huddles, and I assume you're doing morning huddles, we talk about those all the time, you know, that gives you an opportunity to orchestrate your day. You really have the upper hand. A patient walks in the door, you're expecting them. But what would it be like if you take a look, especially for your new patients, the ones that don't even know you yet? They walk in the door, and the first thing it is, because you haven't seen their face before, you come around and you actually introduce yourself. Hi, you must be Mary. Welcome to XYZ Dental. And the key thing is that the little added piece about getting up from the desk as opposed to looking up from the desk. Show up and greet them like they were coming in your own home. What about the patients that you already know that are coming to the practice on a daily basis because they're current patients of the practice? What if we actually leveraged our computer system to our benefit? What if you took their picture on the first time they actually came into the practice and put it with their patient record? So if you've got new people working at the front desk, or again, you're looking at your day sheet and you're trying to figure out exactly who's coming in and orchestrating the day, those pictures actually remind you who's coming in, and you greet them the same way. What if when the person was in the reception area, not waiting room, reception, and they're sitting in the reception area, as opposed to calling their name from the doorway, you actually walked up to them and said, Mary, hey, good to see you again. You say hello, and you actually escort them back. You know, some of the practices that actually have the facilities to do it today are given tours. It's a fantastic thing. It gives you a few minutes to actually walk around with that person, tell them a little bit about the practice, why you're special, what you're going to be doing for them. We have scripting for all this. If you wanted it, call my office. We'll give it to you. And then the final thing is make the place impeccable. look around on a day-to-day basis and see what needs repair. I know we're running around and we're crashing into things with carts and everything else, but what if somebody was assigned on a weekly basis to walk around, get a fresh gallon of paint and take a look to see what needs repairs, what's scuffed up, what needs cleaning. I know the place is sterilized and it looks good that way, but it's got to look good for everything. You know what's real interesting is that even when I walk around here, I don't always notice that the place is impeccable. I do, I guess, because I do this for a living. But a lot of people don't. But it's interesting. They always notice when it's not impeccable. So if there's scuffs and scratches and everything else. I tell a story. I travel on Southwest Airlines, and I'll close with this. When I'm on the airplane, I walk down the aisle and I take a look. If there's a stain in the seat, and that's in front of everybody, I wonder what's going on in the background that I don't see, that is in disrepair too. You just can't chance it. Excuse me. You know, I hope that this little rant gave you something to think about at your practice. Go back and read some of our blogs. Call our office if you're looking for some help. We'd love to do it. If you ever get a chance to come to Colorado, come to the Westin in Beaver Creek. You'll be just as impressed. Take care.